Good morning, flower friends. This is Madonna from Eastside Flower Farm, Los Molinos, California, Zone 9. I just did a small little harvest this morning, and I have my buckets in the shade. And I usually harvest first thing in the morning because one, it's cooler, that the plants haven't been stressed from the heat of the day. And two, you gotta beat the bees. And we all love our bees. But I will tell you that if they beat you to the plant and they pollinate it first, your flowers, basically after you cut them, will just shatter. They just fall apart. The petals drop in the vase. So I have lots of flowers for the bees to enjoy, but I got to beat them to the cut flowers. So we are out here. I've been doing some cleanup. Well, not really cleanup. I've been making a mess. I'm tearing down my beds. A lot of my beds because I'm getting into fall mode. So of course I still have a lot out here. I've taken out a lot of cosmos. These mums, I keep mentioning these mums every time I do a video, but these are cutting mums. So they're not those little ball, ones that we buy in the fall and we sit on our porch and they look beautiful, a little round. These are actually cutting. So these are already, gosh, they're probably, 2.5 feet tall. So each plant is gonna get a long stem. See, these stems are quite long. I don't know if they're super long already. And they're going to get a huge, like 3 to 4 inch flower on the top. And each plant will produce probably about 8 stems. And I have purple, orange, yellow, mango, white, and red. And they're just going to be incredible. And I've never grown them before as a cut flower. So I'm pretty darn excited. And so I have some Lisianthus that are coming back up for their second flush. I have a bunch of straw flower that I'm going to whack down today because it's done and I don't want to dry anymore. And so I just have a lot of cleanup to do, getting ready. These beds, they'll all come out. It's a lot of work, but I'm getting there. Last patch of zinnias. This one I already took out. So as I'm getting to the end of the season, what I usually do is I take the net, I'll cut the top of all the beds off and then I'll pull the nets up, and then Wally will actually come in with the tractor and he'll mow it all down, and then I'll pull up the rest of the cloth and then I'll save it, wrap it up and save it for next year. So these are my beds that are already prepped. So they're ready to go. And I always put our grass clippings in the aisles so that I can get a little bit of weed control, because as you can see, the weeds take over, and by this time of year, I don't even care. I keep it pretty good most of the time, but as we get to the end of the year, I know it's done and I'm not going to prep it much anymore. But our sunflowers are doing fantastic. So this is my last succession, and these were planted August 1st. And they're pro cuts. These are all the reds. And so they have 60-day length. So I'm expecting around the 1st of October to actually have my last flush of sunflowers. And I'm super excited. And you can always tell we had manure compost right here in this section. And they're always huge. I mean, they grow fast, and it's obviously from the compost in the ground. But they are all starting to get their little buds. So those are the reds back there. These are the orange. So I'm hoping to have, like I said, by October 1st, have my sunflowers starting to come in, which will be great for the fall when most of the flowers are done. But I am ready to get on with the fall seeding and planting. And I'll do a little video. Everybody asks me what I plant for the fall, and I have quite a large list. So I'll go over that in a little bit. But like I said, we're kind of looking a little shabby right now, and I don't care. It's going to get cleaned up. So I have my little cone flowers. And these that are left on here, I'm going to let them actually go to seed like this. I'm not going to cut them back because the birds love them and they eat off of them all winter long. So I'm actually going to leave these until early spring, and then I'll go ahead and cut them back down so they can grow again. But the little birds, they enjoy them, so why not? And I don't have to look at them. It's not in my yard, so I don't mind if they look disheveled. It'll be just great. And then this is my first year peonies on this side, and they're doing really good. So that's what's been happening on the farm as we're just getting ready to call it quits. Oh, I got about 5 more weeks, but you can tell I've kind of let the weeds go. I still water, I still come out and trim, but we're ready for a new beginning for the fall. So enjoy your day. Bye-bye.